So I think we are live. Hi everyone, my name is Adonis and I'm the co-founder of Renovi. I'm here with you today with David Lucatch from Aftermath Islands, and we're gonna speak to you about Aftermath Islands, what they're building, and also our latest metaverse build. All right. So David, could you please give us an intro as to what you're building and why you're here?
Sure. Well, thanks, Adonis, for having me here today. So, Liquid Avatar Technologies is building Aftermath Islands, and Aftermath Islands is a virtual world, a metaverse built on the Unreal Engine 5 platform with GPU cloud servers and pixel streaming. So, no download, works on almost any device, and does not use your computing power or but works in your browser. And together with Renovi, we've got an amazing buildathon underway that we're very excited about.
Amazing. So yeah, so we're gonna talk about the buildathon in a bit, and I think we're gonna go into more details and into the nitty gritty of what we're doing. But I just wanted to ask you more about your background. What have you done
Sure.
up to now? What brings you here?
Wow, it's been a long background. I've been in the technology space for almost 40 years. I started in print and graphic technologies and moved into the internet in the mid 90s, developed technology for the Canadian banking sector, language sector, the artificial intelligence based language translation that was used by organizations like Disney and Marvel and Lucasfilms and Steven Spielberg's organization and MTV. And I've done work with the New York Yankees and the band Kiss. I've been all over really marketing and engagement when it comes to technology. And about 6 years or so ago, I decided that blockchain I thought was the next big area in coupling that with identity, creating digital footprints. And we've created a unique platform that Liquid Avatar allows people to do proof of humanity, which can then be taken into Web3 applications like Aftermath Islands.
That's awesome. And I wanted to have one last question before we go into the buildathon and we can discuss about that. My question is, obviously, you know how excited about I am about the metaverse, about every metaverse platform that is out
Mhm.
there. I think there's reason for all of them to exist and coexist with
Sure.
each other. But what I always ask every founder of these metaverse platforms that are out there is, how are you unique? How are you unique? What separates you from somebody else? What are you bringing to the table, for example, for the metaverse?
So, that's an excellent question. And again, our backgrounds have all been in technology, but how it affects marketing and engagement. And we've built large platforms for other organizations, as I said, like Disney and Marvel and everyone else, and ourselves. And really at the sort of the early stage of the metaverse, if there is one, many companies were using technology, and I can go into the nitty gritty, but I won't. Using technology that really pushed a lot of the pressure onto machines and the browser, and at that point, it had to be low resolution graphics, otherwise it wouldn't work on a phone, it wouldn't work anywhere else. We've really turned that upside down. We're working with pixel streaming, which is a very expensive computing process that allows all the work to be done in the cloud. And then streaming, very similar to Netflix or anything else, is all captured by the browser. So at the end of the day, the computing power is in the cloud. That gives us the opportunity to create high fidelity graphics, really realistic environments. And we've coupled that with a lot of different engagement strategies, including our play to earn game Lost Kingdom of Tasara. And in the last approximately 6 weeks, our users have generated over 130,000 in-game NFTs. So we really are all built in that. And the last piece that makes us, I think, uniquely different is our inclusivity mindset. We want land to be affordable and accessible by everyone around the world. And whether you can buy a piece of land or earn a piece of land, we want you to be in our metaverse. And we work on seven principal tenets: work, play, learn, earn, entertain, build, and socialize. So we're always looking at how we're doing things that will affect those people. And our platform is for everyone. It's inclusive, not for those that just can afford very expensive pieces of land.
That's really good. That's really good to hear. And really interesting. And okay, I can see the unique value proposition. Well, I knew the unique value proposition, but I wanted everybody else to hear it as
Yeah.
well, that is joining today. So let's go into the buildathon, and just
Hmm.
for everybody who might have not heard about our buildathons or who doesn't know what a buildathon is, a buildathon is a competition that we created here in Renovi, and we're making it with partners with every metaverse world that is out there, or partnering with every metaverse world that is out there, because we want to promote 3D designs and 3D creations for the metaverse. And the idea behind it is, and I'm gonna put it plainly, we're fed up with metaverse platforms being full of tumbleweeds and nothing, being
Hmm.
published, and we're fed up with amazing creators such as architects being falling by the waistline in this NFT boom that we see and these creations that we see. So we wanted to bring everybody together and actually build the metaverse together. So the buildathons is, it's our child, it's our present to the world, if we can say that. Maybe a bit too dramatic, but and that's what we want to do. We want to see creators that actually uh, create in real life or not, professionals or not, actually create the metaverse.
Hmm.
And we're really open about that, and we're open as to where they can create. So every time we want to partner with a different metaverse platform and bring different creators to their respective metaverse platform. For example, Aftermath Islands is built on Unreal Engine. So we're looking for different types of creators this time versus some other metaverse platforms that are built differently. Um, so moving into the buildathon, I
Hmm.
think that was a really good intro as to what we're building. So tell us, David, why designers should join this buildathon? Why designers should join the buildathon with Aftermath Highlands?
Well, there's lots of reasons. First of all, Aftermath is a blockchain based company, not a crypto company. So we're focused on how to use blockchain to enhance value propositions, and that includes managing and controlling designs and elements. So what's really unique about us is that one, in our buildathon, we're giving away a significant amount of prizes. I think we started around cumulatively around $50,000 in prizes. So that's a really big incentive, and they're all in-game prizes. The second thing is that designers who are burgeoning or excited or may not be professional have an opportunity to compete in this design competition where physics don't matter. The, so you can design an upside down house. You can design unique things that float. There's a lot of reasons for designers to come in because that creativity level is there. The other thing too is those that are selected to participate, and even if you don't win, we may enter an agreement with you that you can do a revenue share and start selling your designs. So there's
Mhm.
lots of amazing reasons to come in and participate. First of all, it gives you an opportunity to showcase, two, win some great prizes, and three, potentially start to create revenue in the metaverse. And no one knows where this will go, obviously, but at the end of the day, we're opening up these channels to both the professionals and the non-professionals. That includes students that are in design today. And we've got a number of different categories, which I'm sure we'll go over, that gives everybody from different design backgrounds the ability to participate.
Absolutely. And not to mention the fact that it's part of our, what we want to do is promote those designs from winners or not winners. We want to promote those designs on our social media
Mhm.
once we have them. And we want to showcase to the world this is what creators can actually build. And part of my own personal dream is to be able to find jobs or opportunities for these
Mhm.
upcoming designers. I know established designers, fair enough, fair game, they can design, they can do amazing works. But what I'm really passionate about is these upcoming designers, if they can actually find jobs and opportunities in the metaverse, that's a really big win for us. So we're gonna do everything in our power to always
Mhm.
promote these designs. You spoke about prizes as well, so I'm just gonna reference some of the names of the prizes that we have here. You have land parcels, you have strong boxes, revenue share when it comes to the NFTs that you might
Mhm.
publish with the designers, as well as gift cards and more. That more,
Mhm.
we are always working. We're gonna leave it open because we never know what we might come up with. It's we're live. The competition is live and it's changing like a Google document. So I love that. This is part of the new era. It's not just a fixed competition. And you also mentioned about the categories, and I think it would be really interesting to mention the categories. We have clubhouses and venues, retail spaces, houses, interiors, which I find really interesting because I'm really passionate about furniture and stuff that I can actually go into buildings,
Mhm.
and wearables, which is something brand new for our Buildathon. And I
Mhm.
want to see what our designers might come up with. And I think it's something unique to Aftermath Highlands and this buildathon. We've never done it before, so I'm really excited about that because we might have started with architecture in mind, but we're moving and encompassing everything when it comes to 3D design
Mhm.
for the metaverse. And we're starting with you, Aftermath Highlands. So um, that's really good to know. Then I have some more questions over here.
Sure.
Um, so I will say, what is the outcome you want to see from this buildathon? What do you expect to see from designers? Is there something you value or you're more interested in? I know you're one of the judges. Obviously, other judges
Mhm.
can judge differently, but you as David and CEO Aftermath, what do you want to see?
I want to see something I'm comfortable with, but still original. Every judge is different. I like, and you know this about me, but I like to say, I've been a comic book collector for many years. So I like both the theoretical, the science fiction, the reality, and the whimsical. So I'm looking for things that are innovative and new, things that people will want to gravitate to. I don't have any preconceived notions, either for fashion or interior design or clubhouses or whatever the case may be, or retail spaces. I think what we've got to do is what people have to do. Sorry, is focus on how the end user will accept their product. Designing for the sake of design is wonderful, but how will somebody use your product? How will somebody engage with your product? And again, this really gives everyone an opportunity, whether they're professional designers or burgeoning designers or entrepreneurs or just students or fans of design, gives everyone the same opportunity to get to getting your work published, right? Because
Hmm.
that's a big thing. It's hard to get experience if you don't have experience. So this gives you an opportunity to get experience and show the world what you can do. And you never know, from the judges and some of the other interested parties, there could be a lot of unique opportunities that come about just by starting here.
Absolutely. And you said it really well. It's just we want to see something we're comfortable with, but something which is original. But I think the most important thing is it needs to be able to work for the metaverse and not just be a design. I think,
Hmm.
don't get me wrong, you can see some of the most amazing designs, but at the end of the day, we need to make them work for the metaverse if we are to
Hmm.
build the metaverse. And we cannot simply rely here on JPEG images, which are lovely, and so on. We just need to see files that can actually work with Unreal Engine and so on. And speaking about that, I know you have a really good answer to the next question that I'm going to have is, are there any specific tools creators should use because you're using Unreal? Anything they should be aware of, or what do you have to recommend? I know you're not a designer, but your knowledge is overreaching, and I know you can answer this question for sure.
Well, I could probably answer the question. So please, I would say to everybody, look at the design, look at the specs at the website, because that's really important. I'm going to give you basically very plain speak. Unreal
Mhm,
Engine uses formats that can be acquired from different programs. So if you're not a designer in UE and you're a designer in Blender or SketchUp or whatever the case may be, you can use integration programs like Datasmith to get your product into Unreal Engine. So don't be afraid or scared by the fact that we're using UE or UE5. Um, do a little bit of work. If you're a designer, this will not be a stretch for you. It will be very, very easy to get file formats, that FBX or OBJ that we really need to deal with. And at the end of the day, and other file formats. You, again, read the spec. But you're right. This is very open. And we did a program last year with one of the colleges um, prior to meeting Renovi, and it was a great success. And they did not use UE5, and it was a great success. So please don't be frightened by the fact that we use a format that you may not be familiar with. Look at the specs, do a little bit of research, and if you're a designer, you'll be able to design for this platform.
Absolutely. And I just wanted to pause at this point and say that we've been talking about the Buildathon, but we should also direct the people that are listening to us live, the people that are going to see this video afterwards, is how do you register? How do you actually take
Mhm.
part in this Buildathon? And it's really simple. If you visit topmetaversebuild.com, like the logo that you have up in the screen, you will be able to go to our website, fill in the form, and then you will be redirected to Renovi.io, where you will be able to actually create your account as a creator and mint your designs as an NFT. After that, the final step, and it's really important for our judges as well, is if you join our Discord, you will be able to actually upload more information about your design, which is going to make the life of our judges easier as to how you came about thinking that design, what people can actually do with that design. Is it something they can stick in a video? They cannot NFTs, showcase their brand, and so on. All these ideas go down on your PDF on what you're gonna create accompanying those designs. So I think we've talked about the Buildathon, and I just wanted to zoom out a bit and speak about and give some views about the metaverse. And this is more towards the upcoming generation, maybe younger designers that
Mhm.
see this space, they're interested in it, they're unsure about it. So what do you think about the metaverse? What is, obviously you are in the metaverse, I'm sure what you're going to answer, but can you give some encouraging words towards our new upcoming designers, why you got involved, why they should get involved, why they should start creating for the metaverse if they have second thoughts?
So I think it's pretty easy. I've been around since early days of Web one, and Web one was really all about information, about pushing and pulling information. Web two created a greater sense of interactivity, but Web three really, I mean, it's affectionately known as the owner economy. But Web three gives us an opportunity to reset, restart, and the metaverse is going to be, in my humble opinion, the way that we access information and the way we engage.
Mhm.
So there won't be one metaverse. It's not a winner take all strategy. Unbeknownst to people like some of the big names that are talking that they're going to own the metaverse. I don't think that's going to be true. I think metaverses are like amusement parks or travel destinations. People will do things in one metaverse and then go to other metaverses, and we're really focused on interoperability. So I think you're going to see a reset in the way that we engage, having people prove who they are, so that everybody is not using their inside voice to communicate, and the number of bad actors, duplicate accounts, and fraudulent activity will likely start to disappear. Two is the interoperability of location. You'll be able to go to multiple um, destinations. One will be voxel graphics, one will be high fidelity graphics, one might be a negative world, one might be a positive world. Like there's in terms of visuals, there's going to be, and then as we move down the path in the next probably 18 to 24 months, we're going to see the introduction of truly integrated technology, whether it's haptic, force feedback, and glasses that really are a heads-up display that allow me more information. And the metaverse is going to be many things to and different things to different people. But I think ultimately it's the next generation of where we're going in immersive interactive activities.
That's really interesting, and I like your viewpoint that it can be many different things to many different people. And I
Mm-hmm.
guess it all stems from the fact that the internet is many different things to many different people,
Hmm.
correct?
Exactly.
Because it's a way to communicate, it's a way to read information, it's a way to search information. It can be so many things, and I'm not even scratching the surface of what the internet is. And I think what the metaverse is exactly that, and what you're offering is simply a, I don't want to put it down. It is an part of the internet. That's what I want to say. What you're building is part of the internet, and also what you're building is not only Aftermath Islands, is Liquid Avatar, which is another, which is part of this. It's embedded,
Hmm.
but uh, could you actually please tell us more about Liquid Avatar? How it's embedded, how it will work?
Sure.
It's a really interesting technology that you're building as well.
Yeah, and Liquid Avatar's technology, our Liquid Avatar mobile app, is available in 100 countries and regions around the world in the Apple App Store and Google Play. And it is the ability to create a proof of humanity. We give people the ability, without providing personally identifiable information, we give them an opportunity to prove that they're a real person. And that currently can be integrated into our first play to earn game, Lost King of Tessara, and we're working on other applications so that it's one user and one account. So that you can't have duplicate accounts, you can't have fake accounts, you can't have bots, you can't have hacks, you can't have bad actors, because everybody's got to prove they're a real person. And unfortunately, if you're deemed to be bad and you're removed from the system, there's no way back in because we use biometrics and other factors. But it really is the ability to remove the sins of the past, whether it's cyberbullying, whether it's fraudulent activities, identity theft, all those things will be able to disappear. Everybody's talking about this, but we've actually put it into action and commercialized it. We're one of the first companies in the world to do that. And we've done that as part of our precursor to launching Aftermath Islands so that we know that everyone in Aftermath Islands is a real person, but we don't really know exactly who they are. So that also gives marketers and businesses an opportunity to create one-to-one relationships that have value rather than advertising and marketing out to a swath of people in some of the social media networks, knowing that a percentage, it's likely a large percentage, is fake. So it really it changes the paradigm, and we use blockchain to do that. Again, we're a blockchain Web3 company. We don't use blockchain, and it's not powered by a token. So we're not a crypto company. We're a blockchain company. We use emerging technologies to create that, and it all dovetails together. And what we're working on is the ability to take this transportable, interoperable proof of humanity and take it to other applications. Because one of the big things about it, which I had not mentioned, and I think is one of the most important things, is it doesn't require a username and password. You can sign in using that technology without a username or password. So you don't have to remember all these things. And if your device is lost, broken, stolen, hacked, no one can get in because they don't have your biometrics. So it creates a huge sense of security, protection of personally identifiable information, and proves that you're you wherever you go and choose to use it.
Absolutely brilliant. And since I have you here, and I know you're a busy person, I'm gonna get some scoop on Aftermath Islands and Liquid Avatar. What is your
Mm.
roadmap? What are some potential partnerships that you have in the future? And I know this might not be directly related to the Buildathon, but if you think about it, if you're choosing for what metaverse platform you're building, you want to see obviously that they have future and they're here to stay, and you're
Right.
here to stay for the metaverse. So give us a bit of your roadmap. What do you see is happening in the next 1, 2, 3 years, maybe?
Well, first of all, we set a roadmap with first half of 2022 met all the objectives. We're just finishing, obviously, at this time of year, second half of 2022, and it looks like we'll meet all those objectives as well. Um, so we have a very aggressive roadmap. We have about 45 islands under production and a whole bunch of new things coming. But our goal by the end of 2022 is to start putting up a persistent server, which means people can come in and start visiting our metaverse. And people are amazed when they see the realistic view and the fact that it requires no download. And we've done that with the support of many partners, including our friends at AWS, Amazon Web Services. And you can also use a free avatar from Ready Player Me and integrate it into our system. We also have very customizable avatars that can look exactly like you. We call those meta heroes. So there's a lot of things on the roadmap, but really, 2022 was all about putting the baseline pieces in place, and we've done that. And so as we look to 2023 and beyond, we really want to see the metaverse shape to what we believe it will be our vision, which includes multiple points of interest, proof of humanity, and using devices that create a more immersive experience.
Absolutely. So there's plenty of work to be done for sure.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, it's gonna be it's not gonna be difficult, but it's plenty of work, and we're gonna need a lot
Well, it's
of.
going to be difficult. I'm going to change that. It is going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult, and we've got a phenomenal team. And you know, as of the recording today, late last night, we were named one of Canada's top 100 Web3 companies, and listed first as the first entry in the metaverse. So it's really it's a very proud accomplishment that we've been recognized independently, and Canada is a massive place for blockchain because Ethereum was born here, and other companies that were listed first were companies like WonderFi in their category, and Dapper Labs in their category. So to be listed first in the metaverse category in Canada, and one of the top 100 companies was a really great accomplishment for us.
Congratulations to that.
Thank
It's
you.
really nice to hear. I can see the time and that we have 3 minutes remaining. David, please, what would you like to close with? Your final remarks about Aftermath Islands, the Buildathon, anything that you want to share, where to follow you, please.
Well, yeah, I want to start by saying thank you, Adonis, for having us today. And I think, and it's a pleasure and honor, and we're very proud to be working with Renovi on our Buildathon. And we really encourage designers to let loose and try and come in and participate, because this is an opportunity to get your work in front of people that care about what you're doing and want to see you succeed. So please, visit topmetaversebuild.com and come out and join us. Aftermathislands.com is a place to visit, and liquidavatartechnologies.com as well. So you can reach us there, and we'd be happy to answer any questions. Our Discord channel is very active. Please feel free to join the Aftermath Islands Discord channel and join our community. We take a lot of pride in the fact that we have such an amazing active community. So we look forward to seeing everyone there.
Absolutely. And sometimes when I have time, I'm also part of that community and see
That's
what's
right.
going on. It's good to know what's going on in every Metaverse platform. But yeah, I would like to close as well by saying thank you very much, David, for being here and being able to promote our Buildathon with Aftermath Highlands. And I want to say again, please, everyone, whoever is a creator, if you have friends that are creators, visit
Mhm.
topmetaversebuild.com. You can win some amazing prizes. You can experience one new metaverse platform that is out there and is using a real engine. All right, there's more than you can imagine. There's more metaverse platforms you could ever imagine, and this is one of them. Right, and I'm gonna see you next time, and hopefully you're gonna be able to judge some of your amazing designs. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
So.